That is why when we got dropped off at Tamar's house, I did not go upstairs. I got in my damn car and went home because you was sitting on his lap in that goddamn Uber and y'all ass was kissing. Okay. And the shit made me damn uncomfortable. Okay. Now, if anybody know who happened and what happened to your damn teeth, it's Mendeecees and his best friend, because they was the ones who went upstairs with you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel where the tea stays hot, the vibes stay loud, and baby, today, we are diving into a whole tornado of celebrity mess. If you thought last week's drama was wild, oh honey, grab a seat, grab a snack, grab somebody's hand, because the internet is shaking right now. Why? Because Funky Dineva hit that go live button, and baby, he did not hold back. Let's set the scene. So I'm scrolling, minding my business, getting ready to film for y'all, and boom, I see a video pop up talking about Funky, exposing everything people thought was happening behind the scenes with Tamar and Mendeecees. Now listen, we all know Hollywood got more secrets than Area 51, but this right here, child, it's giving, I knew something wasn't adding up. So Funky Dineva jumps on live, loud, unfiltered, fully caffeinated, and he starts talking about what really went down that night. And y'all, the way he said it, the confidence, it was giving, let me stop pretending and tell y'all the real story. He basically said, everything y'all think y'all saw, yup, it was exactly that. Now pause. Because when somebody says that on the internet, you already KNOW, the comment section went into cardiac arrest. But here's where it gets wild. Funky starts describing a certain ride, a little Uber moment where Tamar and Mendeecees were apparently sitting a little too close for a just coworkers kind of vibe. Okay? He says he got dropped off at Tamar's place, and instead of going up like he normally would, he said, nope, I'm out. I'm going home. Why? Because according to him, things were looking real romantic, real intimate, real this ain't my business in that backseat. And y'all know Funky, he's dramatic. He's outspoken, he's messy in a professional way. So when he says he felt uncomfortable, oh, honey, the situation must have been spicy. But here's the twist, the part that made the entire internet stop breathing. He says that back when that video from B12 Club came out, the reason he looked so uncomfortable was because he already knew what was going on. Everybody online was like, why Funky looking like somebody stole his spirit? Why he not smiling? Why he look ready to run? Baby, according to him, it's because he knew exactly what kind of sneaky link energy was happening that night. And let me tell you, when the internet went back and rewatched that clip after this live, WHE double. People were connecting dots like they were solving a murder case, but Funky wasn't done. No. He came in swinging like the finale of a reality TV reunion. He starts addressing why people kept asking, why didn't you go upstairs with Tamar? Why didn't you check on her? A real friend would have gone upstairs. And Funky said, I didn't go upstairs because she didn't go upstairs alone. Now listen, he didn't claim anything happened. He didn't say anything was proven. But the implication? To leave, the internet fainted. People were screen recording. People were tweeting. People were acting like they just found out Sina wasn't real. Funky basically said, stop asking why I didn't go. Ask why she went with the people she went with. And baby, that line? That was the moment. You ever hear something so bold you feel the wind change? That's what this was. But beyond all the mess signs is, here's the part people are missing. Funky was clearly fed up. He said he wasn't trying to expose anybody. He wasn't trying to be messy. But he felt like certain people kept throwing shade his way, acting like he was the problem. So he said, if you know I got info, why poke the bear? And honestly, valid point. Never start a fight with somebody who knows the deleted scenes of your life. But let's be clear. This is celebrity drama, y'all. Nothing here is confirmed. Nothing is proven. This is all internet talk, allegations, and messy storytime energy. Still, Whew! This lave shook the whole timeline dot because, for months, people have been theorizing something about Tamar and Mendeecees feels off. The vibe is too strong. The chemistry is suspicious. And now Funky's commentary has folks revisiting every clip, every photo, every moment like, hold up. Were we watching the truth the whole time? Chilly, not the internet turning into detectives overnight. And the funniest part? Half the comments were like, I believe him. And the other half were like, oh, he's messy, but this explains everything. Either way, the drama is dramming, the tea is piping, and you'll already know. We're just getting started. 'Cause once Funky went live and spilled what he says he experienced, oh honey, the internet exploded. Like, y'all ever seen a pot boil over and hit the stove? That was social media for the next 48 hours. People were running to TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, trying to break this down like it was a college thesis. And you already KNOW, the conspiracy theorists came out with ring lights on max brightness. Let's get into it, Dot. So, after Funky gave his whole commentary, fans started pulling up old videos, old interviews, old TikToks, anything with Tamar and Mendeecees in the same frame. And the reactions were hilarious. People were like, now hold up. Now this clip looks different. Why nobody told me drama was happening right under our noses? The body language is screaming, we just weren't listening. The internet basically turned into the FBI overnight. People were zooming in on screenshots like, do y'all see his hand right there? Do y'all see where she's leaning? Do y'all see that smile? Like baby? Relax, you are not paid for this detective work. But I get it, the drama pulled everybody in. Now let's talk about this friendship fallout, because that's where this story hits a whole different level. Funky basically said, don't throw shade at me when you know what actually happened. And honestly, whether you like Funky or not, that line was a power move. Dot, it's giving. Stop playing with me. I got years of screenshots in my brain. Emerson, the internet loves that energy. They ate it up. Meanwhile, Tamar's supporters came flying into the comments like, Funky is messy. He's doing too much. He's making up stories. And then Funky's supporters clapped back. Why Tamar provoking him then? He kept quiet until she threw shots. He didn't start it, he finished it. Baby. The comment sections were war zones. People were dropping paragraphs longer than college essays trying to defend their favorite. And then the wildest part. A whole debate broke out about friendship codes. Like, codes. Like, should a friend keep secrets even if the friendship ends? Does shading somebody give them permission to expose you? Is silence loyalty or manipulation? Chilly, when did social media turn into a psychology class? But here's what really fanned the flames, that B12 night video. Once Funky said, that was the night everything clicked. People raced back to rewatch it like it was the Zapruder tape. And suddenly everybody became a body language expert. Some were like, nah, Funky definitely knew something. He looks like a man carrying a secret. This explains everything about his face that night. Others said, no, don't twist the video, y'all reaching. This is just internet imagination, but either way. Everybody was talking about it. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the teeth story. Again, we're not saying it's true. We're not confirming anything. We're only talking about what Funky claimed on his live. He basically said, stop pretending you don't know what happened. You know the story, just not the version you're telling the internet. And when he said that, good lord, you could hear the comment sections collectively gasping. People were like, oh, so now we're bringing medical mysteries into this? This story just turned into a whole plot twist. Meanwhile, others were like, he didn't have to go that deep. That was personal. He should have left the teeth out of it. It was messy, chaotic, high-level drama. In other words. Internet gold. Now here's the part nobody expected. Theories started popping up about why Funky finally snapped. Some said he was tired of being blamed for stuff he didn't do. He was tired of being painted the villain. When someone keeps poking you, eventually you swing back. Others said, nah, he just wanted attention. He wanted to trend. This was his moment. Either way, the moment happened. And once he threw that match, the whole timeline lit up like fireworks. Now, let's talk about fans' reactions to the alleged sneaking around comments. People were saying, honestly, it wasn't surprising. The chemistry had been off for months. Everybody felt something was happening. Some were like, I don't believe Funky, but I also don't not believe him, which is the funniest type of internet belief ever. And then there were the people who said, this whole situation proves one thing: celebrities are just messy humans with money. The disrespect, but also the accuracy. But here's what we gotta remember: none of this is confirmed. None of it is proven. This is all internet talk, commentary, and reactions. And that's what makes it safe to discuss. We're not claiming what happened. We're reacting to the drama around the claims. Now here's my favorite part: the memes. Lord, the memes were top tier. People were posting Uber jokes, third wheel memes, I ain't going upstairs memes, absolute comedy. Someone posted Funky in the backseat like he's watching a movie he didn't buy tickets for. Another said Mendeecees said upstairs, and Tamar said say less. Again, not facts. Just the internet being the internet. Messy, hilarious, and extra. By the end of the night, one thing was clear: this drama, it wasn't about cheating allegations. It wasn't about Uber rides. It wasn't even about teeth. It was about friendship, loyalty, shade, and secrets. And what happens when all four collide on a public stage? Because when someone knows your behind-the-scenes stories, when someone was there for the private moments, when someone feels disrespected, baby, they don't argue. They detonate. And that's exactly what this lie felt like. A detonation. A release of everything Funky had been holding in. A reaction to everything he felt was thrown his way. A reminder that even celebrities are not immune to messy breakups, friendship breakups, that is. So where does this leave us? With more questions than answers, more speculation than confirmation, more memes than facts. But one thing we do know: this story isn't over. Not by a long shot. Because in Hollywood, drama don't end, it just gets better lighting. Stay tuned, y'all.